So this is where I had a 16-foot pool last year. That's what that dead spot is that you've seen in my previous videos. And so I just scalped those weeds as far as I could with my trimmer. Went down to the bare dirt, and I got a whole bunch of sand that we're going to level this with because it's quite a bit lower. Down here, it kind of slopes just a little bit. So when we had the pool set up last year, it was actually kind of leaning a little bit. And we want to get this prepped properly this year, so we're going to level everything. And basically it's going to start in this far corner here. It's a 15-foot pool, so it's a foot shorter than the circle that you see right here. So it's probably going to come out to like around here roughly. But that's what the sand is for. We're just going to basically spread that out, pile it up more over on this end because we're trying to raise the level up so that way everything's flat as possible. And just kind of even out the bumps because my lawn is very bumpy. So, you know, we're going to take all these imperfections and everything and try to level it and make it as flat as possible just so it's a nicer surface. So we're going to start with cutting all these open and spreading them out. Luckily I got my lawn level rake for this. I'm going to take a 2x4 and my level and stick it on top of a 2x4 and just kind of spread it across. So we'll see how this goes. Brown cloth is down, now we're getting the liner up.
This one will Daddy.
It has a little texture of the material. We don't need any more. So let's just keep the parts in place. Here's what it looks like finished. We just need to get the pump installed and fill it up. Alright, we're done. I think the hardest part for us was actually probably assembling that stupid ladder. That thing didn't really have good instructions with it. But the hardest part about assembling the pool is trying to slide the sleeve, this metal pole here, inside the sleeve here. That was the most difficult thing because the humidity is like 100% today, so I mean it's really stinking humid, and this vinyl is really sticky, so trying to get those poles to slide inside there and everything to line up properly was the hardest part. So once we got that figured out, the leveling was easy. I just took my lawn rake and just made it as level as we possibly could. And now we're filling it up. Everything fits a lot more loose than our old pool. The one we had last year was a Summer Wave 16 foot by 42 inch. This is an INTEX 15 foot by 42, so it's a foot smaller. You can see the ground cloth doesn't quite go all the way to the edge where the old pool was, which is the outline where the dead grass is from last year that never grew back. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just going to let this fill up if my calculations are correct. At 9 gallons per minute, we should have this full in a little over 7 hours, so we're going to let this go for a while. And then the pump is in a separate box. So there's the pump, 1,000 gallons per hour, which has a timer, so we'll probably try to filter it at least once per day, just as the general rule to keep your water clean. So run it for about 4 hours a day. This is the ground cloth. We'll get that over the top of it. That should hopefully get the water a little bit warmer as well. The manual that came with this was pretty atrocious, to be honest. I think we didn't even use it for assembling the pool, but the ladder didn't really make a lot of sense, so I'm not a big fan of the instructions. I'm sure there's some YouTube videos online that you can watch for how to assemble an INTEX frame pool, metal frame pool. This is the Prism frame is what they call it. There's one step above this as well. It's called the Ultra frame, and it's a little bit more sturdy, I guess. So that's pretty much it. It looks like it also came with some extra vinyl here, or this is just like a sticker or something. I think it came with a patch kit as well. Yeah, right here. It came with a little bit of extra material just to make a patch if you tear a hole in it, but honestly I don't think that's going to happen because the material is very strong, so there would have to be something really messed up to actually puncture this thing. You can see here how thick the material is. It's actually a couple of layers just kind of welded together there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The most important thing besides keeping a level ground is just making sure that everything with the walls is completely flat and like tucked. Kind of take it and push it all the way along the edge just to get all the wrinkles out as best you can. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, obviously, unless you're super picky, but yeah, just try to get everything kind of pushed to the side as best as you can just to keep it flat, and it should kind of fill out as the water fills up. It should kind of bow this out a little bit, and it should hopefully fit to the frame better, but just get everything squared up as best you can, get the feet straight, and that's pretty much it. So that's all I've got for today. We're going to put our pump right behind here. Alright, thanks for watching.